Hey everyone, just a quick word before we get started on this beer review. If you're interested in purchasing any of these beers that you see on my channel, stick around to the end of the video and I will tell you where you can purchase them at online. Now, isn't that lovely? Have beer shipped right to your home and don't have to go anywhere. All right, enjoy the video. Cheers to that. Welcome, my friends. Thanks so much for stopping by once again as we sample some more great tasting international craft beers with Dr. Dave. Imagine that. Now, for our sampling pleasures and tasting delights today, we have a beer from Poland. Yeah, my homeland. This is the Łomża beer. And I don't know what this word means. Jasne, Jasne. I don't know. I have to do some research on this beer and figure it all out. But it says it's brewed with water, malt, and hops. And it says here that we should enjoy this in the next 22 days. And it also says on the back here it's 5.7% alcohol by volume, and it says it's brewed in Poland. So yeah, that solves that problem right there because I thought this might have been brewed closer to home. It says it's brewed in Poland. So it had a long voyage here to the States. I imagine, I don't know, it'd be expensive to send it by plane. So I don't know. That looks like it's coming up to the top there. Yeah, I caught that just in time. Yeah. I don't like when beers do that. There's the bottle cap. Yeah, because sometimes they're old beer, but it says we got 22 days left on here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a paper towel. I'm going to show it to you. I'm just going to wipe that off there. And let's see what happens. Now, I was saying that it would be mighty expensive to send it by air. So I don't know, though. If it comes by boat, how long does it take a boat to get from Poland to the States? And then it's got to go to uh, it's got to go through customs, and then it's got to go to the warehouse, and then it's distributed out to the beverage stores. And I don't know, that seems like a long, drawn out bunch of rigmarole, doesn't it? I don't know. Yeah, if it came by air, it could be relatively fresh. I don't know. I'm thinking it might take a couple months by boat. I don't know. I don't really know that much about shipping and how long shipping takes. Um, I guess it depends on how much you want to pay. If you want to pay money, you could get it shipped quickly on the water. If you don't, it could be a few months. Anyway, this is a beautiful golden amber color with carbonation streaming up from the bottom. It's an off-white bit of foam on there. Let's see what kind of aroma is in here. Not picking up a whole lot of anything in there. A little bit of malt. A little bit of malt. I smell some sweetness from the malt. It says it's brewed with water, malt, and hops, so it should be a pretty decent beer. Before we drink it, let's thank the brewers there in Poland for all the hard work they did to get this to the United States. Many thanks to them, and cheers to you at home. Wow, now that is good. I was thinking the worst, and it is good. Wow, let's have some more. Cheers. It's got a very well balanced blend of malt and hops. It's got a slightly bitter and dry finish. Now, when I had that aroma, all I could smell was sweetness, and I was assuming it's from the malt, but I don't get that sweetness in the flavors, not at all. Yeah, there's not a whole lot going on in the aroma, but it is pleasantly and surprisingly good tasting. Lamza. Lamza. First time I've had it. I've seen it in the beverage store many, many times. And last time I was at the beverage store, There was a guy and his son came in, and I knew they were father and son because guy kept saying, now, Dad." Yeah, and man, they bought about 6 bottles of this. I said, "That must be a good beer." And they said, "Yeah, our family's from Poland. We drink it all the time." Excuse me. I said, "Oh yeah, all right, my family's from Poland too. Let me try it out." So I got it on his recommendation, and man, I'm not sorry at all. It's got a very beautiful color to it, though. It's a lot darker in front of me than it is on the screen there. Well, it's just a beautiful golden amber color. It's carbonation's flowing up. Man, it is lovely. It's just lovely. Yeah. Might be some aroma in here if the beer warms up a little bit more, but the only problem with lagers is that typically you should drink them a little bit on the cold side. You don't really want a lager to warm up because when it warms up, it usually just doesn't taste as good when it's cold. Now, I could be wrong about this, but just about every lager I've ever had, I don't care if it's a craft lager or not. I just, you got to drink them when they're cold. Now, that head there, I don't know, man. Look at that. That is really crafted well. Rocky head. Oh, man. I'm going to sit here and sip on this and savor it. It's a really good beer. Really good beer. Very pleasantly surprised there. It didn't start out too good, but yeah, Lamza from Poland, no doubt. Very good. I'll put more information in the description box. It's just not a lot of information on the bottle. Sometimes I look at the websites, but most of the time I don't before I drink it because I don't really want to be influenced by what the website has to say or rate beer or anybody else. But anyway, my friends, life is short. Let's be happy and try new things like this beer from Poland. If you like lagers, man, I can't see you not liking this one. Yeah, you'll say, well, what am I drinking that American stuff for? Yeah, this might be a little more expensive, but I tell you what, it's worth the money. All right, then, until we meet next time, here's wishing all of you the very best of goodbyes. And as always, cheers. Okay, everyone. As promised, Dr. Dave's going to tell you where he buys his beers and where you can buy them also. First on the list is rivalrybrews.com. Now, don't worry, I'm going to put the links in the description box for you. Rivalry Brews is a relatively new mail order place. It's based right here in Ohio, in Medina, and they are fantastic. I tell you what, when they first started, I got free shipping on all the beers. Now I think they charge me $2. $2 for 12 beers. That's fantastic. Now, as far as I know, they ship to the lower 48, but you might want to check the website on that. I can't be 100% sure. But the shipping is fast. The turnaround is fast. And if anything's wrong, they will fix it right away. I only had one issue with them, and they refunded half my purchase order, which I thought was more than fair. More than fair. So anyway, by the way, disclaimer, I don't get any money on any of this. I'm not affiliated with any of these beer companies. They don't know I'm doing this. I'm just telling you where to buy the beer. Now, one day I may be affiliated, and if I am at that point, I'll certainly let you know. So, Rivalry Brews, located right here in Ohio, they specialize in Ohio beers, beers from Pennsylvania and Indiana. So, if you want some good Ohio craft beer, that's a good place to start. The second one on my list, oh, I love this place. It's called Halftime Beer. Halftime Beer has 2 locations in New York State, Poughkeepsie, and I believe it's pronounced Mamaroneck. Mamaroneck. Yeah, don't quote me on that pronunciation. I tried my best. Yeah, anyway, they have more beer online than you could possibly look at in a day. I'm telling you, they have beer everywhere on that website. And all you have to do is go on there, make your selection, and have it shipped. Now, they do have gift boxes, which come with a really nice cooler. Yeah, and you can't beat it. It's $5 shipping on those special orders. Now, on the other beers, the shipping can get a little bit pricey, but I've never had an order for more than $20 shipping, which I think is really good for 12 bottles of beer. Now, if you get cans, it's less cost because it weighs less. And that's what costs the money is the weight and the size of the box. So, yeah, check them out. Now, I belong to two of their what's known as Beer of the Month Club. I'm in their German Beer of the Month Club, so I get 12 bottles from six different breweries, two of each, once a month. And there's a lot of beers in there that I've never heard of from Germany. I thought I had them all, not even close. And then I have the Around the World Beer Club, which is exactly what it sounds like. It's beers from all over the world. So far, I only got one beer that I didn't really like. It happens. It happens. And, you take your chances on that. But I got some beer from South Korea, of all places, South Korea. I thought it was really, really good. Now, last on the list, but not least, and I didn't put these in any particular order, it's the Best Damn Beer Shop. Now, they're out of San Diego, and they have a killer selection. I'm telling you. Matter of fact, talking about all this beer, I'm going to have one here. Mm, that's just a regular run of the mill Pilsner, German style, but it hits the spot on a day like this. Anyway, Best Damn Beer Shop. Woo! Now, their shipping, they require you to choose in lots of six. So you can get 6, 12, 18, 24 is the maximum. And their shipping is reasonable considering I'm on the East Coast and they're on the West Coast. Yeah, the shipping is generally about $19 for a 12 bottle selection, which I don't think is a lot. $19? No, I don't think that's a lot. Now, the more beer you buy, the less money it's going to cost. That's just a fact of economics. So if you want to buy six beers, it's going to cost more to ship it than the 12. Hey, I don't make the rules, man. Just buy more beer. You save more money on shipping. What can I tell you? Yeah, but they're a great place, and so all three of those places, Rivalry Brews for Ohio beers, and then you have the Halftime Beverage, which is in New York. They have a selection on everything, and same thing with Best Damn Beer Shop. Now, if you want some West Coast beers that you can't find in your town, that's the place to buy them at. Last but not least, people always ask me, what is that on your beer glass? Well, I bought it at Amazon, Amazon.com. It's called a vacuum vin. Vacuum vin. And if I'm not mistaken, it's from Sweden, if I'm not mistaken. And the inside of it is lined with special material. So what you do is you put this in the freezer, you let it sit overnight, and then you put your beverage in here, and it will maintain that beverage at around 38 degrees, which is really cold for a beer. But I like my pilsners cold. Now, if you already have a beer that warmed up, put it in here and it'll bring it to the proper temperature, no doubt. And I said last, but I was mistaken. This is the last thing I want to talk about. Dr. Dave's beer glasses. Now, I did sell these a number of years ago when I had my other beer channel. And this is a new design, though. This is a different design. Now, I could sell these if there's enough interest in them, but I have to order them about 144 at a time. So I don't want to order them unless there's some real interest in them. Now, it's difficult to see on here, but it says Dr. Dave's cheap ass beer reviews. Yeah, it's not really going to come out that well there on the camera. But I would sell these at cost. Now, I'm not trying to make any money on them. I think it cost me 14.98 to have those made. So I would sell them at the same price. Now I don't know, the price could have gone up because I did buy those a few years back. So, but I would sell them at cost if anybody's interested. But like I said, I don't get any money off these links. There's no affiliate links here. I'm not making any money. I just wanted to let everybody know where I buy my beer so you could buy it too. Oh, and I almost forgot the Amazing Clubs Beer of the Month Club. Amazing clubs. I'll put all the links in the description box. Knock yourself out. Hey, thanks for watching, okay? And Dr. Dave says cheers to that.